Frankie, we're going to take a long trip today, a long trip up Bear Creek without a paddle. And we're going to try this frozen block mac today on Block Mac. We had somebody send us a nice collection of Bear Creek Macs.
It was the Barclays, Adrian and Shelley.
The first time we got a Bear Creek was actually in the original Chicago box. We had a real bad experience with some of the RTE Macs, like the camping Macs and all that.
You know how I feel about them.
Psychological disaster. They were all ready to cook without any additional ingredients. You pour them into the boiling water and then you're done. You just let it cook for 15 minutes. You just let it sit.
Was it because you cook them at low temperatures or something?
Yes. Reduce heat to a medium boil and then cook for 15 minutes and then you're done.
You wait forever.
Yeah. It's not like a quick episode of Box Mac like the audience may be expecting.
In fact, the one time we split it into two for that reason.
We got 3 comments, and I kind of agree with them. It was a bit of a tease, wasn't it?
Well, I don't have any issues with making this 2 episodes. We eat this at the end of the first.
This is a block Mac.
Why don't we talk about a man named Steve Trenholm?
Okay. He's appeared on certain specials before.
Those who are fans of extraneous Red Cow content like How Are We know Steve, or by his nickname Smallvine.
Yep.
Steve is our friend Aaron's uncle. Aaron is the co-host on How Are We, and he's an odd duck.
I don't even want to acknowledge how bad this looks.
Oh, yeah. Well, they're just elbows. He's a huge fan of all things Harrison Ford and that show Smallville. I believe once was playing World of Warcraft with his avatar was a Small Vine accidentally.
Yep.
So we call him Small Vine. We kind of have an impression of him. I guess one time he rage quit a video game and he said, "I ain't playing with you now." And so it's turned into Sow Mow Now Mow How Mow. He dropped off without me asking this giant block of Blount mac and cheese. I think it's a food service prep frozen from Blount's.
They're pretty famous around here, and they're famous for seafood. They're a seafood processing facility. They buy seafood from, various fish people.
Fish people. Fish people.
Crab people.
Fishermen, that word.
Fish people.
Blount generally makes really good stuff. A lot of the chowders around here, New England clam chowder, is made largely by Blount, and then they'll add a little bit of extra something to make it theirs.
Where the hell did you get it from?
There's a Blount store that's open to the public in Fall River. And this was manufactured on 6/15/2016, and it's used by 8/14/2016, but I think that assumed it was going to be fresh and not frozen. By the way, these all smell pretty gross, don't they?
Yeah, like kind of bad Parmesan.
Yeah. We didn't even talk about the types we have. We have an Alfredo, and we have 2 basic mac and cheese ones. One of them's a shape, and one of them's family style.
2 shapes, one where they're a quadruped and one where they're on 2 feet.
But let's talk about how I'm going to cook this mac, right? This is a frozen block. The size of pot I would need for this, pretty massive. So I'm going to use this machine here. This is actually an immersion cooker used commonly for sous vide. This is definitely the thing they would do in a restaurant. They'd have one of these machines. This is a huge container of water, and you just drop it in.
Whoa.
And now we just have to let it do its thing.
Why do you own one?
It's kind of a new thing in cooking, which is to cook meats in this form, and they come out super tender. You may remember at a couple cookouts, I've done like chicken in dressing, and that's how I cook it, like this. With sous vide, what you would have done with the roast is you would have vacuum sealed it and put it in here for about 4 or 5 hours. At a low temperature, it would have been super rare, super delicious, and super moist. The target temperature for this mac is 165.
You wouldn't want to put your hand in there.
No, this is like a pot of boiling water, like a couple degrees short of it.
You'll put aluminum on it?
Yeah, I'll just to cover it kind of like you would cover any pot.
Meanwhile, garbage.
Now, somebody had the kindness to send these to us.
Yeah, I stepped in water.
Well, that's what you get for not wearing shoes. Do you need new socks? I can loan you some.
No, I'm not wearing your socks.
My socks are perfectly fine.
I've got tiny feet, dude. 8.5 men's.
I'm just offering. I'm not saying you gotta accept my socks.
Fat man feet.
Actually, my feet are one of the only parts of me. Human-sized hat and a human-sized shoe. And the rest of me.
Just the tips of you.
Just the tips. These are all big portion affairs. These are all 10-ounce packages.
It's gonna be a lot of food waste today.
Yeah.
It's kind of the cost of doing business.
We should have a line outside. We could get like some people who need food and just line them up, and then they can walk through the kitchen when we're done eating. And
So the idea is that they peer through the window while we're shooting.
yes. And then where we're done, we can serve them low quality food that has very little nutritional value.
There's waste in the world, man, of all kinds. Like,
Yeah, and we're just right at the tip of the waist.
yes,
Just the tip.
yes. I've worked places where we've thrown out expensive computers.
I work in a corporate environment, obviously, and when we develop a new product, you have many iterations of the product before it gets released. Sometimes hundreds and hundreds of units are produced just to be thrown away because they need to make a change before they're actually released.
It's always interesting for me to ponder the moment that somebody's willing to spend a lot of money on something, and then the moment that that item can't be given away.
One of the examples that always amazes me is cars. If you buy a new car, you drive that car off the lot, you've lost 20% of your money.
Right.
It's not recoverable. I think the only time in my life I would ever buy a new car is if we get fully automated cars, because I don't want to wait around for a used one. You know, just take me home, take me to the store. I'll just lie here, I'll read a book, I'll browse the internet on my phone.
It is a little strange that we live in a world where everybody is in their own personal bus.
It is kind of odd. There was an incredible video that's been circulating around the internet of a Tesla predicting an accident that it can't see. Uber has already started this effort where they're doing automated fleet driving.
Are you ready for Amazon drones?
I don't think they'll ever come to the US. I think the FAA won't allow it.
I always imagine big, lanky, Star Wars-esque droids that have a sweatband, and they put the package down, and they salute you, and they run to the next house.
They can put a dirigible in the sky and have drones fly down from it. Dirigible warehouse.
That's a dark future.
Like the Amazon blimp is overhead running for cover.
Here come the butt plugs.
Whatever accessory you want. We just had a huge warehouse, a massive warehouse open up here in Fall River.
Yeah, I hear it's great for jobs until they turn them all into robots.
Yeah.
First, absorb the jobs. Second, turn them into robots.
I've seen some videos of Amazon warehouses where they're replacing people with robots that actually go pick from shelves.
EJ has a new son. I've got a daughter on the way.
Yep.
Like, it's the only field they're going to go into is like robot repair. Doesn't it get to the point where everything is automated and you really don't have to have jobs anymore at all? And you can envision a new economic system?
As a future father, I mean, does it concern you, the future of the state of the world for your child?
Yeah, now it does.
Now it does.
I didn't care
I didn't
before.
give a
I
crap
was a real
before.
nihilist a minute ago.
Yeah, me too. I still am, and I will be all my whole life. Like, let it burn.
Burn them all!
Looks like real disappointment in waiting.
That's why we have to fill it with all this conversation about non-Mac related items.
Yes, NMCs.
Eventually we'll be replaced by robots.
Box Mac, Box Mac, Box Mac.
They don't make jokes.
No.
That's way further in the future. Box Mac, Box Mac, Box Mac. They could probably just sing like the actual soundtrack versions of songs.
They just randomly start playing synchronized soundtracks. Bot Mac.
They just pitch them a little bit wrong so that to make it a little bit human.
Dank meme here.
Ooh, self-editing Box Mac? No, that's something I'm interested in.
Oh, they smell gross, Nina.
It's no secret that Nina's pregnant. Your wife was pregnant not so long ago. It smells, right? They have an impact.
A sensitivity. I hope that doesn't happen now, Nina. If it does, I can grant you additional rooms. Some are of disaster.
You want to go sit alone in a room of disaster? Wait out this stink?
Quietly sitting with hands folded in the middle of a room of disaster. And she's just looking mildly concerned and a little queasy.
You can still somehow smell it a little.
Yeah, you can't really escape it no matter where you are.
How's Block Mac going?
Well, let's see.
You know what we should totally do? Split this into 2 episodes.
We still got a while to go, I think. And if I move it around some, it'll encourage it to go that much faster.
It's incorrigible.
I'm incorrigible. Congratulations.
I'm pretty sure this was actually sold in kind of soft form and it was just frozen by
By Small Vine?
my Mr. Small S Vine.
Another piece of Small Vine trivia. He
Sure.
was one of the Frankies in the Halloween show. The hooded Frankie.
Oh, a ball. Thank you, Hood Frankie. Has he ever appeared in any other Red Cow content?
And he was in Having Fun Up There.
Your friend is such a loser. Rock on.
Rock on.
Rock on. He's part of the Red Cow-verse. He's on the fringe.
There are people like that, like the Paulas and the
Sure.
Small Vines.
No, I mean,
and the
Paula,
Aarons.
I think, is becoming a certain bigger character.
Right. I wonder
I
if
don't
by
know
now
if-
Glitter Bitches is aired.
Yeah, I don't know.
Let's pretend it has.
Yes. By now, Paul is a bigger character in the Red Cow universe.
Last time on Glitter Bitches.
This is where I started. This is what I had as of this morning before you took me shopping.
No judgment.
I've only really ever done my own makeup, and it kind of never pans out.
I'm going to attempt to start this myself, let you come in and correct me, which I'm sure will be every 5 seconds.
We're gonna get you through it.
OMG, Glitter Bitches with Paula and Nina.
See, the robots would have transitioned into that so easily.
They would have gotten it. They would know the dates that everything's coming out already. This episode will air April 7th. Glitter Bitches will have aired April 9th. Paulabot is number 4 content producing machine.
Can they have celebrity voices like Chris Walken? And
Yes. Can one be Dame Maggie Smith, please? I'm not sure the chemistry would be there between Christopher Walken and Dame Maggie Smith.
I think it would. Because they would both be at the height of their powers. They wouldn't be construed by their current ages.
These are looking real mediocre.
You're totally inconsistent. Because some of these are like really low. Some of them are a little less low. That one's a little higher.
Because they're all different size burners, different size pots. I got a different size life.
Different size.
What do you say this one is? Is this a medium boil?
That's good.
All right.
Yeah, and look, it's cooking up good too.
Yeah, I think this one's going to be okay. This one we can guess what it tastes like. We're still not up to full temperature here. We're only at 160 and a half.
Is it time to split the episodes in half?
You just really don't want to do.
Well, otherwise, it'll be a 23-minute episode.
Okay, well then next time on Box Back, this episode we didn't eat any damn macaroni.
It sounds like Nina has a good suggestion.
You guys should whip out that little Nature Box mac and cheese and eat it real quick.
So that we can crack this episode in half. Eat this thing real quick. Shut you up.
Shut you up. Get you out of here. Get you off the bed. Get you tucked in. The story's been told. We'll see you next week. So this back comes to us actually from Gary. Gary TV's Gary.
We know. We saw the unboxing. Get it in there.
Some water is required. You can't
How
just-
long will it take? By the time it's done, these will be done and we'll keep it in the same episode.
So this is mac and cheese with veggies. All right, well, there we go. Doesn't that look 100% appetizing?
Ew, 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 ew.
The next episode, Frankie, is just going to be us eating mac, though.
I know, and I'm now concerned.
I mean, these are not that far off from being done.
But that's not.
That's not.
Yeah.
Did you turn that other one up so it's actually boiling?
Yeah, it is.
So was it a pitiful simmer?
Pitiful Simmer is my favorite Jane Austen novel.
That's actually very funny.
Thank you.
It's like a life lesson about like middle-aged life as a woman with no children and a husband in a marriage relationship that you're not
Right.
into anymore.
This is inappropriate for Box Back, but there's a lot of movies where a woman is having sex and the camera is close up on her face showing how much she's like unhappy with the state of things.
Yes. That's a trope,
And I've
practically.
always wanted to put together a compilation called Sad Women Getting Plowed.
That's hilarious. Well, this looks absolutely gorish and terrible. Oh, it smells not good.
What does it smell like?
Disappointment and sadness and a little bit of cream. You let it rest until it's how the consistency you want.
We have 5 Macs all currently resting with pitiful simmers.
The whole lot of them are all like, they're all not quite ready. Even our attempt to get it back that was quick failed. It failed.
How could those podcasts steer us wrong?
They said this would be
Right. Healthy and delicious. In a world of Easy Mac, like who's got
time
to like stare at it?
And let it rest to desired consistency. What is this? The past?
This is the age of the self-driving car and Robot Mac.
Tell it, Frankie. Yeah, another 10 minutes on this. All right, we gotta try this. I am about looking as much forward to this as I am about like getting a new car.
We walked by his car is plugged into like an AC outlet at the moment.
Yes, and it's not one of those rechargeable vehicles. Thank you, Gary. Should I not even put it in my mouth?
You have to.
Oh.
It's bad. It's not spit out bad. It's just too hot. This is not an evil moment. He's just being a bitch.
Completely flavorless. The vegetables take away from the nothingness.
Yeah, it's quite bad. See you next time on Box Back.
Yeah, I could not recommend this to my worst enemy.
But I mean, it's really, really bland. Can you imagine falling for one of those Nature Box ads, ordering this, being that disappointed? I've had those with their chips and stuff. They're way better.
They don't actually have this there anymore on NatureBox.
I mean, who's the genius?
What meeting like sampled these and said, "Ooh, this one"?
Ship
please.
it. Package it and ship it. Well, just in case for the edit.
Yeah.
So that's it for Nature Box.
Yeah.
We're gonna try all the rest.
All the rest next time on Box Mac.
On Block Mac.
Block Mac.
Okay. You want to do an intro?
Yeah. This is all gonna be one episode. Frankie.
Yep.
Sometimes you're gonna do an intro for an episode of Box Back that may or may not exist. Today on Box Back.
Should I just let this one be 35 minutes?
So we already know the players in this game of tragedy. It's Tragedy of Thrones. This Alfredo Bear Creek.
Look, you're cross-mixing. You don't give a shit.
Shit. These two are ready. That one's not quite. We better serve them and eat them 3 minutes into the episode.
Plastic stuck in there. Should we serve them?
Yeah. Give that a good stir before you serve.
This one doesn't look bad.
No, we're a little spoiled by how little time normal mac takes.
It's mac and cheese. It's meant to be quick. It's pretty good.
No, it's not.
Sure it is. It needs salt.
Yeah, I didn't add any salt to the water because I don't like to mess with their formulations. Would you like a little salt?
Yeah. That's a lot.
No, it's not. This is weaker salt than the other salt.
Is it better?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so.
It would have been actually a little better if I had put it in while it was cooking. Again, 3 cheese. All right, let's try the Alfredo.
The Alfredo sauce is really bad. It's very oniony, and it does need salt.
Way better with salt, actually. Salt corrects a lot of the problems with that mac. It toned down the onion quite a bit.
How about the shape one? I think it's better than both of the others, honestly. The cheese is like kind of more at the right spot.
Yeah.
For once in your life, you didn't salt the pods.
No, because again, you can really mess up these recipes.
I mean, it's okay. They're all okay.
Yeah, I think the shaped one is best. The shaped pasta is good.
It ain't mac and cheese is good.
No, not at all. And actually, if you wanted to make the same amount of it, it's just about the same price as mac and cheese is.
There it is. So how much longer for that?
Well, we're 2 temp, but really it should set another 10, 15 minutes.
All right, let's just call it an end to this one, and in the next episode we'll try it.
We'll see you. I don't know. So this has either been 3 weeks now. They've been waiting for this thing.
Recently, we finally did the Festival of Spirals. Catch the two-parter in which the guys begrudgingly go through their spiral stock and quickly spiral out of control. Get shows on Saturdays at redcowentertainment.com.